What up, leaders? Welcome back to my channel. It's Wednesday morning in Guyana. Wednesday the 29th of August 2024. I'm back here in Kingston, Georgetown, Guyana. Just thought I'd give you an update on the new promenade, the esplanade here in Georgetown at the seawall. I'm actually bringing this to you as often as I do because it's one of the endpoints of my run in the morning, and I'm just turning back here. I'm showing you how things have progressed since the last time. The government seems to be employing a regular cleanup crew here to keep the beach free from garbage. Here's a guy who now lives here. He seems to have been decorating, so he's in the hammock, decorating his little plot of land with plants. But what I want to show you here, we're at the seawall, we're looking at the Atlantic Ocean, not looking east. That's the little playground for the kids that they built. Gets much use on the weekends. And over here is the food court, the outdoor food court. What I want to show you is that they've actually completed this pavilion. It's a 3-story pavilion with dining on the 2nd floor and an open deck on the 3rd floor. It hasn't opened yet because the door actually went up and took a closer look at it. The entrance is still boarded up, but soon we'll see what it looks like on the inside. There's a ladder going up to the top of the building, and that's right opposite the, what is this, the bandstand, the seawall bandstand. It's still summer, so there's regular steel pan music here in the summer. And what is behind that, the blue and white structure, that's the new office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. They've now painted that structure. It's a rebuilding of a building that was destroyed by fire, and it's now being painted. In past videos you could see it as just a concrete structure on the construction. And over here, the new Pegasus Suites and Corporate Center. I posted a video recently explaining or showing that if you Googled or even if you go to the website, the app that advertises for Best Western, you will see that the Best Western Hotel, that's the new Eden by Best Western, is now listed from September for a price of $395.20 per night. What he didn't talk about is the price of a room at the Pegasus Suites and Corporate Center. That's actually over $500 a night. So what I argued in that video, or after in the comments of that video, is that the Best Western is actually priced just below the Marriott and the Pegasus Suites and Corporate Center. This is the esplanade. Here, it seems as if there is some effort to maintain it. Still a lot of grass in the planter here, but this is the Kingston Seawall Esplanade. And One Guyana monument and sign. They seem to have turned this part of the seawall into a political campaign statement. This is the sign at the beginning of this esplanade. Now they've also was going to say they had repaired the water faucets. They haven't repaired the water faucets. They are water faucets, but they still don't work. And they've added a little display poster board here that talks about mangroves. Now, those of you who have visited recently have seen how the mangroves have grown up all along the seawall, so that now you can't even see the sea from the seawall. And this is a little display describing how mangroves protect the coast and why mangroves are important: protection from natural disaster, reduce erosion, provides food for habitats for many animals, provides livelihood for people. And so this is a little sign that they've been putting these up along the coast, talking about the mangroves. So beyond that is the Pegasus Suites and Corporate Center. This is their parking lot. Don't know if it's visible in this video, but there are planters along the edges with landscaping, and their parking lot underneath the building and outside. And this is the Esplanade. Somebody was asking in a previous video or picture that I took of this part of the beach area with a caption, "Georgetown is a beach town." So one of my friends from the US asked, why aren't there people sunbathing on the beach if it's a beach? And so I had to explain that sunbathing is not a thing in places where black and brown people live. It's a thing only in Europe and North America, because it's something that people who are melanin challenged do. People who have light skin sunbathe. People who have darker skin, and 95% of the population here in Guyana has darker skin. Dark skinned people don't sunbathe, and that's why the beach is always free from sunbathers. So, as I was saying, the Pegasus Suites and Corporate Center, if you Google or you search any of the sites for hotels, Expedia and so on, you'll find that the prices of hotels in the Georgetown area tend to be around 100 to 200 US dollars per night. But here at the Pegasus Suites and Corporate Center, I guess they have their own website. You can go to their website and check. It's somewhere around $500, $520 per night. And the price of a room at the Marriott, which is next door to the Pegasus Suites and Corporate Center, the price there is $500 and above. As much as $579 a night is what I've seen. So this is what the hotel industry is doing in Georgetown, Guyana. I just showed you the new Marriott, Courtyard Marriott that's being built at the airport, Chetty Jagan International Airport. And some of you will wonder again at the price. There's another Marriott hotel, that's AC Marriott. It's time for me to go and take a look at that one again, being built at the Ogle Airport. That is Eugene F. Coraya's airport at Ogle. And some of you will ask about the price. Well, based on the price of these new hotels here in Georgetown, you can expect the price to be somewhere around $500 US dollars per night at the Marriott. Until there are a significant number of hotels of this caliber in Guyana, that's going to be the price you pay, right? And it's not necessarily price gouging, it's just supply and demand. There needs to be a lot more of these hotels. When we get to maybe 30 or 40 of these hotels, when we have Hyatt Regency and we have Doubletree and Hilton, along with Marriott and Pegasus and all the other brands, when you have that many hotels, then the price will come down. I remember staying at the Traders Hotel and their group, the Shangri-La group in Asia. I don't even know how much I paid, because I stayed so long that the hotel stay was free. I got so many free nights. So until we get to that point where we have so many hotels that the competition brings down the price, you can expect prices like $400 a night at the Best Western and $500 a night at the Pegasus Suites and Corporate Center. And that's the long and short of it. It has nothing to do with price gouging. It has to do with supply and demand. Right, for those of you who are still trying to understand what's going on with the prices, why are prices so high in Guyana? Why is it that some items, including some items for food, items of food, fruits and vegetables, why are they so expensive in Guyana? It's again supply and demand. A lot of it is the fact that inflation has caused a lot of the prices to go up. What inflation means is that the demand goes up, but the supply is not increased, right? So if the supply of cars, for example, don't increase to match the demand for cars, then the price will go up, which is what happened during the pandemic in the US. The problem with that kind of inflation is the price doesn't come down. That would mean deflation, and the government does a lot to prevent deflation. So this is what's happening here, guys. Every now and then I bring you an update on what's happening here at the Kingston seawall, and this is what is happening here on Wednesday. Wednesday, 29th of August. They're still working on it. It's still growing and a little different every time I come. It's a little changed, sometimes for the better, sometimes with better amenities. Some of it sometimes is broken. It needs to be fixed. But this is what's happening here at Kingston Seawall Promenade, Esplanade. If you want to see more content like this, like I said, that's the Marriott here, Kingston Marriott, where most of the clients are business travelers with ExxonMobil. So they're booked out most of the year, and that's why their price can be $579 a night, because we're basically catering for the business travelers. It is in fact a high quality of venue, that is restaurant, to stay at, because the standards are still tacking closely to what Marriott demands for its properties. And if you stay at Marriott, you probably have known and experienced some of these standards before. It's going to be the same because it's a franchise, right? There's a franchise that governs these hotels. What seems to be a problem is external maintenance. This one was for sale, but the government has not succeeded in finding a buyer for it. It's still owned by the people of Guyana, by the National, Investments Corporation Limited, NICIL, which is a fund that was created from the divestment, that is the sale of nationalized industries in Guyana, when the government decided to sell some of the companies like Guyana property and so on that was owned by the government. That fund was used, the money from those sales was used to build this Marriott hotel and so on. So that's why it's owned by the people of Guyana. But the newer hotels that are being built now are actually owned by investors. Pegasus Suite is actually built by a group of investors led by the guy who runs Stock Feeds. Stock Feeds is a company that produces feed for livestock in Guyana, and so on. So that's the nature of business in the hotel industry in Guyana. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. We're straight ahead of us. That is the Benab. It's the Guyana. And this is Battery Road here in Kingston. And that's the street that leads you to the seashore. It seems as if the GBTI Bank is under some renovation. I haven't seen that since the last time I was here. That's new. So the GBTI Bank is owned mostly by the Bihari group of companies, the Bihari family. It's with Anil and his sons. And that is their headquarters. The building seems to be under renovation right now. So they've covered the outside with that mesh. And that's the I Love Guyana sign. And we're back at High Street. Pegasus Suites and Corporate Center straight up ahead. And the top of High Street. If you want to see more content like this, showing you the development and commenting on the changes to the economy here in Guyana, I keep saying this is a channel for intelligent people. We're actually interested in facts and analysis, and that's what's behind the commentary that you get on this channel. So I'm not really interested in debating some political debate. However, I will not refrain from mentioning politics if it is part of the discussion, part of the analysis. So that's why it's here. It's not support of any political party. It's not to criticize any political party. It's simply a pure analysis, giving you my perception of things here in Guyana. But you're welcome to comment and share your views, as long as you understand it's an intelligent discussion. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening here in the fastest growing country in the world, Guyana. Later.